What happiness for those whose guilt has been forgiven. What joys when sins are covered over. What relief for those who have confessed their sins and God has cleared their record. There was a time when I wouldn't admit what a sinner I was, but my dishonesty made me miserable, and it filled my days with frustration. All day and all night your hand was heavy on me. My strength evaporated like water on a sunny day until I finally admitted all my sins to you and stopped trying to hide them. I said to myself, I will confess them to the Lord, and you forgave me. All my guilt was gone. Now I say that each believer should confess his sins to God when he is aware of them. While there is time to be forgiven, judgment will not touch him if he does. You are my hiding place from every storm of life. You even keep me from getting into trouble. You surround me with songs of victory. I will instruct you, says the Lord, and guide you along the best pathway for your life. I will advise you and watch you progress. Don't be like a senseless horse or a mule that has to have a bit in its mouth to keep it in line. Many sorrows come to the wicked, but abiding love surrounds those who trust in the Lord. So rejoice in him, all those who are his, and shout for joy for those who try to obey him. If you belong to the Lord, reverence him, for everyone who does this has everything he needs. Even strong young lions sometimes go hungry, but those of us who reverence the Lord will never lack any good thing. Let everyone in all the world, men, women, and children, fear the Lord and stand in awe of him. For when he but spoke, the world began. It appeared at his command, and with a breath he can scatter the plains of all the nations to oppose him. But his own plan stands on forever. His intentions are the same for every generation. In your day of trouble, may the Lord be with you. May the God of Jacob keep you from all harm. May he send you aid from his sanctuary in Zion. May he remember with pleasure the gifts you have given him, your sacrifices and burnt offerings. May he grant you your heart's desire and fulfill all your plans. May there be shouts of joy when we hear the news of your victory, flags flying with praise to God for all that he has done for you. May he answer all your prayers. God's laws are pure, eternal, just. They are more desirable than gold. They are sweeter than honey dripping from a honeycomb. For they warn us away from harm, and they give us success to those who obey them. For how can I ever know what sins are lurking in my heart? Cleanse from me these hidden fruit. Friendship with God is reserved for those who reverence him. With them alone he shares the secrets of his promises. I said to myself, I'm going to quit complaining. I'll keep quiet, especially when the ungodly are around me. But as I stood there silently, the turmoil within me grew to the burning point. God blesses those who are kind to the poor. He helps them out of their troubles. He protects them and he keeps them alive. He publicly honors them and destroys the power of their enemies. He nurses them when they are sick, and he soothes their pains and worries. Death is the shepherd of all mankind, and in the morning those who are evil will be the slaves of those who are good. For the power of their wealth is gone when they die, and they cannot take it with them. Only a fool would say to himself, there is no God. And why does he say it? Because of his wicked heart, his dark and evil deeds, or his life is so corroded with sin? God looks down from heaven, searching among all mankind to see if there is a single one who does right and really seeks for God. But all have turned their backs on him. They are filthy with sin, corrupt and rotten through and through. Not one is good, not one. How can this be? Can't they understand anything? For they devour my people like bread and refuse to come to God. But soon unheard of terror will fall on them. God will scatter the bones of those enemies and those who are doomed, for God has rejected them. But God is my helper. He is my friend of mine. He will cause the evil deeds of my enemies to boomerang upon them. Do as you promised and put an end to these wicked men. Please, God, gladly I bring sacrifices to you. I will praise your name, for it is good.